Broncos Raiders game was a one that I thought was a psychological battle more than anything. You got two great coaches, two coaches, good coaches who have a mind. I'll say this: you have two coaches that have a mind, and then you have two quarterbacks that are have a proven history of being solid. Um, it's funny how the Super Bowl winning quarterback and coach lost to the you know Super Bowl losers, but Judge Johnson now had a Super Bowl, but not as a coach. But what I saw, I liked what I saw. Efficiency from Jimmy Garoppolo. He looked solid out there. He threw a pick. He was 20 for 26, 200 yards, 9 for 11 on the ground. Never sacked. That's a huge thing. I don't think that's necessarily a tip to the offensive line, but also a quarterback being able to get it out quick. You know, Las Vegas ran the ball 29 times, which I think is a good time. Now 9 times you don't want 9 times from Grop, but if you have Josh Jacobs, you want to give it to him. Josh Jacobs passing on the ground and passing as well too. I thought went well. Jacoby Myers was wide open. He was the backside of Devontae Adams. I'll talk about Devontae Adams because he for the most of the game he got clamped. Surtain did a really good job on him. But yeah, I really thought that Las Vegas had a good game plan coming out. They managed the game very well. Very well balanced. They, 26 attempts passing, 29 rushes. Of course, some of those passes for Grop. So essentially, they passed a little bit ball a little bit more, but Grop improvised. So I thought a really good game plan. Jacoby Myers is a good number two. He came in and made some catches, but that's what you want to see from this team. You want to see guys step up when they step up. If they take one player out the game, can those other guys execute? And that's exactly what they did. Josh McDaniels is a big win for him. First game of the season, starting off on the right foot. Division win, and then also continue this momentum. On the Broncos side, man, Russ looks good. Russ was sharp. Without not having Jerry Jeudy, I think hurt. He had to throw a ball to 11 different receivers. But I would like to see them run the ball a little bit more. I guess they ran the ball fair. They did do 94 on the ground. They did okay actually running the ball, but Russ only threw for 177. So like I said, it's early. You don't have a top receiver. It's still early, but I think the Broncos should build this win. I don't think it's a bad loss. I think it's a good loss, only losing by 1 point. And of course, toward against the Las Vegas, where some people have them as a top team. Defense played well, but I want to talk about Patrick Surtain II. Devontae Adams was getting locked up by Patrick Surtain to the point where they were doing everything they could to move Devontae Adams off of Surtain. They would put Devontae Adams in the slot, put him in motion, and they did this Devontae Adams as well when he was going against Jalen Ramsey, right? And this is something I don't see Justin Jefferson shy away from, but a lot of times Devontae Adams, if he's getting locked up, teams would be like, coaches would be like, all right, we need to give him the slot. So, good job on Pat Surtain. Just ultimately, I think he shut down Devontae Adams. He did a really good job. They were running away from him with Devontae Adams and everything they could because he was locked down. And that backside corner was getting cooked all day, and that's why Jacoby Myers had a field day. But I think there's still a lot to figure out with these two teams. We're going to really see what happens with these two teams as we go through the season. But I do expect these two teams to be some top teams that we see in the AFC. Especially with the TAM they have as a quarterback and the coach. So I think the Broncos will be okay though even after this. So yeah, we'll see what happens.